Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good, man? You already know the vibes, man. You already know, man. NFL talk on Sunday. You know the vibes with the guys, man. How y'all feeling, brothers?
Feeling good, feeling good.
For
Pretty
sure.
good.
Yeah.
For sure, man. We got a lot of shit to cover today, man. A lot of shit. Of course, this is the second week of the preseason. And some games been going on throughout this whole weekend and shit. You know what I mean? But breaking news just to start off though. Start off right here. It's been a trade with from the for the Houston Texans. They sending John Mechie to the Eagles right here. Per Adam Schefter right here. So the Eagles they get to add another wide receiver to their core, and now they got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dodson, Mechie, and Johnny Wilson. So what y'all think about this right here with the Eagles, man, adding more to the wide receiver room they already got right here with Mechie?
It ain't fair. Well, they trade like a third round pick, not even.
Yeah, I'm not sure they didn't
I
say.
didn't even
They
see.
didn't disclose the terms
Yeah, I
of it.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't see that. It's just like a fifth round pick, something stupid. And the rich get richer.
So it's not.
Facts, facts. Yeah, man. What you think, TB?
I mean, it's a good pickup. Honestly, there's only one football, so AJ Brown and Smith, they're gonna get their touches along with Saquon Barkley gonna get his touches. So he a good player, but I don't, what I'm saying? Is he really, really moving the needle for the Eagles though? That's my question. Because
I
like I
mean,
said, everybody got there's only one football to be,
I don't think that it wasn't a move needle transaction. I don't think.
Yeah, I
no.
don't think.
I think
And
that was just
It
to
was
add
adding
depth.
depth.
That's all. Yeah.
yeah, so I agree with that. That's basically what I'm saying. It's like it ain't. It's a good. He a good player, but it's like it don't.
It helps
Their
them depth
expectations is
wise. I
super.
mean that's a fact.
Yeah.
Like depth wise, that's the only thing it kind of helps them on. And I'm
Hmm.
sure they couldn't have gave up. I'm hoping at least they ain't give up because I missed the thing. Somehow my screen keep going out. I'm a new iPhone user, but I don't know what they got in terms of the draft pick, but it had to be 5, 6, or 7.
Hmm.
So again, to
Yeah.
add depth, you know what I mean, with a player like that, because I actually liked him. Didn't he come out of Alabama?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I liked him. He didn't he like have a health injury or something like that, or was diagnosed with something.
I'm not sure. I don't really follow too many Alabama players.
I think so. That's what
It
happened. I think
sounds
like his
right, but
first year or something like that.
Mm.
yeah, because I think him and James Williams were there at the same time. And they just had some super fast fruit.
Yeah, they did. I
Yeah,
got
man.
it.
Okay.
So we can move on to the next one right here, man. So this is a few just quick hits of some news, man, from this week and shit since we ain't been live since this past Sunday. So of course, right here, man, the deal got done, man, for James Cook, man. James Cook got that paper, man. Reached a contract extension with the same agent as Shamar Stewart, by the way, and Zach Heller and Mike Lice and Matt Lice, and then you got James Cook signing a 4-year deal, 4-year deal, 48 million extension, includes 30 million guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? James could only envision
Damn.
himself as a Buffalo Bill. Who and he said we extremely are thankful to the entire Bills organization and glad we can make that happen. So what y'all think right here with James Cook, man, getting this new deal, man? He sat out for a little bit, said that he was gonna wait on this deal, and he got the deal, man.
Damn. How much is Saquon Barkley getting paid, or Derrick Henry? Because honestly, James Cook should not be getting more guaranteed money than neither one of those two. Cause that's crazy money for a running back, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean he's been very vocal for us in the
And
squad and stuff, man.
I gotta look up Derrick Henry and Saquon's contract because that's gonna determine if he got overpaid or not.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out.
You know
Salute
what
to
I'm
my
saying?
brother
Well,
Thrill
well,
Hill in the
hold on.
comments. My brother Snoop Thrill Hill.
Before you check it out,
Uh-huh.
just keep in mind, right, that those were free agent contracts versus a re-signing.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. But
Derrick
I do
Henry
want
was
to
a
hear the
resign.
number because 30 guaranteed is bananas.
Derrick Henry was a resign. He resigned like a couple weeks before due. Nah, it was a little bit longer than that, but it was 2 years, 30 million. So he get 15 a year,
Oh, he did
guaranteed.
resign. I thought that was going back to when they first signed last year. What is
I'm just
this?
going off overall
No,
contract.
they signed it again this offseason.
He did with Henry. I forgot.
2 for 30.
What'd you say, Crutch?
2 years, 30 million. Saquon got 2 years, 41. 36 guaranteed.
Yes, 36. Okay, so he
So
got
like
less
it's a nice little
guaranteed.
contract for James.
I got love. So he got less guaranteed than Saquon, so that's cool. Hold on. I gotta check out Derrick Henry guarantee. Let's see what this. Derrick Henry got the 2 year, 30 extension. You right. Includes 25 million in guaranteed at signing.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's how we get away from the cap. um, yeah, so like it's a good contract for him. It's nice. 12 million a year. Derek only get 15.
Okay.
And they're far and away better than James Cook, not slouting my guy or nothing. And it goes to pay your guys.
Yeah.
I don't think
Because
he'd
I was
be
about to
good
say,
as good
I was like,
as
yeah,
good
he's.
anywhere else.
Yeah. I mean, all right. I mean, I'm happy for him though. He got his bread. Definitely happy he got his bread.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So did you get that info right there? Yeah, TB.
For what?
Oh, so what's Saquon getting?
Oh, Saquon. I just had his up. Saquon got
Two
hold
for
on.
41.
Yeah, 2 years,
Two for
41.2 million.
41.
36 million at signing. And Saquon's contract is fully guaranteed, 100%. So,
As it should be.
hmm and Saquon's
Quarterback.
getting 20 point. Saquon is getting 20.6 million a year. Yeah, so
I'll tell you.
that's crazy money for running
I'm
back too.
happy for the
20
boy,
million a
man. Go
year.
ahead. Isn't that Daquan Cook's little brother too? Are they related somehow?
Who?
Remember Daquan Cook out of Florida State? I think it was Daquan Cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's his younger brother, James Cook. That's his younger brother.
hmm
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, man. So we can move on to the next joint, man. So, in other news, right here, of course, earlier this week you had Isaiah Bond, former Texas wide receiver. His criminal charges and his sexual assault case got no bail and got dismissed. So right now he's in position where the Browns is looking at signing him right now.
Okay.
And can y'all hear me?
I heard he signed already.
Can y'all hear
Yeah,
me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Yeah. We can hear you.
Browns get two players back day one.
Yeah,
Quinshawn, I think he's the bigger piece, but Bond, I mean, he was a star. The only reason he didn't get drafted was that off the field stuff. So now that that's gone, I mean, the Browns got sneaky, very good roster. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they do. They do. I mean, their offense is kind of, you know, I mean, I think next year, 2 years, their offense is going to be probably one of the elite offenses. Because really, who are they running back outside of Quinston?
Jerome Ford, UC
Yeah.
guy.
Hmm. They definitely need another
He
one.
didn't do bad last year.
Yeah, he ain't do bad.
Middle of
I'm
the
not saying
pack
he's a
running
bad
back.
player. Yeah, he's not a bad player.
I'll
He their best
not a bold
receiver.
take,
I
but I
want to be their
bet you
best
Chubb
receiver.
double up his numbers this year, especially with Mixon being in and out. It hurt right now. Watch out for Nick
Yeah,
Chubb.
man.
He coming.
Yeah, Nick
Yeah,
Chubb
man.
coming.
So Isaiah Bond, of course, he in position to probably get a deal with the Browns right now, and the Browns hopefully they go ahead and get that deal done for us. Quinshawn, since his situation is pretty much getting dismissed as well. Now Rasheed Rice, what y'all think about Rasheed Rice situation right here?
Too
They say
much
he's gonna miss
video
about four
evidence.
to six games.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say 4. I think it'd be 4 or less.
It ain't gonna be
He
less than
was out
four, I don't
last
think.
year too, wasn't
I think it's because of injury.
he?
I think he
yeah,
was out because he
man.
was injured.
And we got other news right here with Matthew Stafford right here, man. Still haven't been practicing, since he aggravated his disc in his back, and hopefully haven't heard anything about him working out per se for us, this weekend still, but he's still been out. Man, and the Rams, they just they definitely they want him to start for week 1, man, right now. And he just ain't been on the field working with the guys, and definitely need that work with the guys building into the year, but he just haven't been able to do it. But some people believe like he'll be good going into week 1 just due to his experience and him,
Yeah,
Ben did this before. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
what y'all think of that as far as that perspective for Matt Stafford?
I think he gonna play week one because Sean McVay said last week that he threw 60 passes last Saturday and hit all the throws.
Okay.
That's what Sean McVay said. So if he's throwing and he hitting all the throws, and he threw 60 passes. I think they're just being cautious with him. You know what I mean? I think he'll probably practice like that first week or the what I'm saying, the first 2 weeks leading up to week one. You know what I mean? Maybe next week or something like that. But no. I think they're just
I
being overly
think.
cautious.
Yeah, I don't think he'll have a problem at all. One, he's a veteran, and two, he has Puka Nakua and Devontae Adams. Like, I don't see how he'll be able to struggle. Hit windows and all of that.
Yeah,
And he's how long has he been in the league now? I'm not worried about him.
yeah.
That
And it's the
offense is
same
going to look
offense he's
good
been
too.
running. Same offense. So
Yeah, it's been nice.
Thrill Hill, you said who's the quarterback for the Browns, man? We gonna talk about it in a little bit, man. But right there, I think Flacco will be the starter week 1 right there, just to start off with.
yeah.
And we can move to the next one right here, man. So, of course, y'all remember last week in the preseason game with the Cowboys, man, where CD Lamb got hit by the referee because he was over there on the line, on the sideline and everything. So they won't fine him for that. They announced the other day as well. And
That's good.
go ahead and run through this right here. So, of course, with the Washington Commanders, they moved Terry McLaughlin off the physically unable to perform list. So the move is next step in progression for as him in general, but they said it's unrelated to the negotiations for as his contract right now. And just of course, just kind of get into this little conversation right here. This the key players in the NFL right here that's seeking new contracts currently right now with Trey, Cameron Hayward, Terry McLaurin, and Michael Parsons right here. Man, so what y'all think about some of these situations and just kind of add a little context to Trey Henderson's situation. Some news came in a little bit earlier with him. Let me go ahead and post that real quick. So right here you got, the contract talks right here for the
Hmm.
Bengals. They claim that the Bengals are listening to trade offers for Trey Henderson per and Rappaport. And
Sorry,
He
they
my
laughing
said the
fault.
like it's
deal,
gonna
they
happen.
said the deal, no deals are imminent, but the Bengals will move Trey Henderson in the right place. It said the Panthers, the Browns, and the Colts are among the teams that have shown interest in trading for Trey Henderson. Cincinnati is believed to want an impact player
And draft
or
picks,
two plus a draft pick in return.
which they not gonna get. Nobody,
And
no team
Yeah,
giving
that's a
up.
good thing.
No team giving up a 25 to 29-year-old player and first round and second round picks at this point in the game.
They didn't name the picks.
Yes,
They
they
just
did,
said
bro.
picks.
They've always
So
been first round picks, bro. What are you talking about? It's always been that way since the very beginning, bro. I follow this team.
you're right.
It's
You're
always
right.
been first round pick.
Like they was talking, they went from first to second where they was talking about it earlier this year.
Yeah, they ain't
So
going
like
nowhere
I'm
in the
glad I
second.
didn't pay up. I'm just saying. If you knew I'd have paid up and everything would have been fine. Then maybe that's why I ain't pay up.
They're not going. They're not going to trade. They're not going to trade him, bro.
Ah,
Not going to happen.
you hoping.
just like,
You
just like,
hoping.
just like Micah demanding the trade, asked for trade. They're not trading his ass either. They're not trading him. And all them Bengal fans online talking about trade for Micah, and that's just not going to happen. Like,
Out
be
of these four
realistic.
guys, let me ask y'all this: out of these four guys, who gets their deal first?
Micah,
I'll say Hayward, but I'm not mad at Michael. I would
What you
say
think,
it would be
Dave?
Gold McLaurin, then Michael.
I think it'll be Micah, Hayward, McLaurin. Or it could be Trey. I mean, the thing about Trey is the issue ain't the money because he already agreed to the amount of money that they're offering him. He just wants it more guaranteed in the years. The money in the years is already agreed upon. He just wants the guarantee. He wants his first year. He wants this year guaranteed. He wants next year fully guaranteed, and he wants the third year fully guaranteed. But I think the Bengals are only willing just to do this year and next year, and I think that's the holdup. So I think eventually they'll give in, just give him that third year. But that's really what he wants. But
I don't know what's the play on that. Like they need to just go ahead and run that. I don't know why that's so any difficult for real. To be honest, if the money is together, then the play for us, you know, the years shouldn't be no issue, man. Go ahead and add a year on that John, man, and get that boy locked in, and let's get this season rolling, man.
and I think the years is an
Right.
issue for the front office because of his age. I don't think the front office wants to pay a 35 or 34-year-old defensive end a guaranteed contract if he's not going to be on the team. That's what I think.
So it sounds like a signing trade is the only way to resolve the situation.
That boy Crutch is a
Not
dickhead,
going to happen.
I'm just
They can,
saying,
all
by
four
his
teams,
definition,
the way
all
he
four teams
said
can
it was
sign and
so
trade.
crazy, though. He said,
All four teams can sign a trade because the guaranteed money is the same thing for Cam and Hayward too. It's a
that
guaranteed
was
money.
fucking funny as fuck.
that's
That
so
was
fact up.
crazy. Hey, hey, man. Now, I say out of the four guys that get their deal first, I think it's going to be Terry McLaurin for some reason. I think his deal will probably get done first, and then Micah, then Cam. And matter of fact, I say Terry, Cam, Micah, then Trey. Trey will be the last one to get his deal.
Oh, and just for a
I
side
take
note for Palm Feinbaum with his punk ass, those are three Big Ten players right there too. By the way, I just want to throw that out there
That is
for
a fact. That definitely is a fact.
you know what I'm saying.
just,
well
just
played.
to add context to it, man.
You know what I'm
So let's
saying.
move to this next
I
joint, man. Let's move to this next joint right here, man. So
And
the
two
top
Ohio State Buckeyes too.
franchises,
But
pick
my
of the
bad.
top franchises right here, and for us money right now, valuations right there. You see the Cowboys at the top with 12.8 billion. The Rams with 10.42 43 billion. The Giants 10.25 billion. Then you got the Giants and stuff, man. So what y'all think about this list right here, man? Of course, not a surprise with the Cowboys being at top.
I can't believe the Cowboys is worth that much and don't win. I
I
guess
made the money,
unbelievable
not
that they
titles.
worth that much money and they don't win.
I'm surprised the daggone Chiefs ain't in this.
Nah, the
You got to
Chiefs.
think. Most
But
of that is the city and the market you're in.
I was just about to
You know
say
what I
that
mean?
too.
You got
I was just about to say that. I was
Texas,
just about to say
LA,
that.
New York, Boston, Philly,
Vegas.
DC. Like that's just the area they're in mostly. It's not about
Uh-huh.
like talent levels of
Yeah.
organizations. It's about
Yeah.
how
Those
much
are
money they
all
make.
major city teams too. Like major city teams. You know what I mean? And listen, like the Chiefs, they can't even they fans. You talk about like ungrateful ass fans. It's like the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. Their stadium is like ranked like one of the worst stadiums in the NFL, bro. As far as like seating, bathroom, you know what I mean, just the overall experience. And they had an opportunity to vote for a brand new stadium and twice, and they turned it down. Cause I guess they're in Kansas City. I gotta look up the update if they didn't know the vote, but I think they was trying to like potentially move the team to Kansas City, Kansas, instead of Kansas City, Missouri. Some some wild shit like that. I'm
I
like,
think
Yeah,
that's more about
I did.
leverage.
I remember that. I forgot what happened with that situation. Did Kansas City ever get the deal done with their new shit or whatever? Like,
I don't know. I'm about to look it up though, but this is
yeah, because I
after they
forgot. I
all
know
won
that
two
was a
Super
little
Bowls and shit.
situation
Like,
where they
damn.
was talking about switching cities in Missouri,
Yeah,
possibly because of they was trying to re up on a new deal for us a stadium.
I'm looking that up.
People don't want to pay
Yeah,
taxes for that shit.
But they winning though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get that if the team is shitty.
Yeah, but you act like the
right.
team's putting the money up, man. The public pays for that shit.
Yeah, that is a
That's
fact.
why
That
they
definitely is
were
a
threatening
fact.
to move cities and shit because it's public opinion.
Yeah. Let me see.
And you see the Eagles, you see them, they going up. They done jumped up 2 spots. You got the Raiders in there, the Jets. It's crazy, man.
So they still
Vegas,
haven't
baby.
reached the deal. Kansas City's their lease expires in 2031, and it says it takes at least 4.5 to 5 years to build a new stadium. So they under the gun right now.
Mm,
Yeah, they're under the gun. The Kansas City
damn.
Royals have already stated that they will not renew their lease at Kauffman Stadium, and they're searching for a new location in Missouri. And the Chiefs are considering renovating Arrowhead or moving to a new stadium, potentially a dome facility, because they're trying to get a Super Bowl hosted there too. So they ain't got no deal as of right now.
Damn. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tough right there, man. So we move to this next joint right here, man. So top 10 highest paid NFL players heading into the season, man. Of course, you see Dak Prescott with 60 million. And then of course tied at
Mm.
second with Josh Allen, Jordan Love, Joe Shiesty, Trevor Lawrence. And then six, you got Tua. And tied for seventh, you got Jared Goff and Brock Purdy. And 9 and 10, Justin Herbert and Lamar Jackson. Wow. Man, what y'all think about this right here with this list?
A lot of overpaid players on that list.
Oh,
A lot of overpaid players.
I love being 10.
Dak overpaid. Tua overpaid. Jared Goff overpaid. Brock Purdy overpaid.
Purdy.
Trevor Lawrence overpaid. No, all those quarterbacks I just named, including Herbert, all those quarterbacks are not better than Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, or Josh Allen. Those would be the top three. That's ridiculous.
You think Jordan Love overpaid?
Uh, I give him. Yeah, I do. He ain't earned that 55 yet. He ain't done shit.
Damn.
So is Trevor Lawrence. I mean, you got one, two,
I don't know.
three, 4, 5, 6 quarterbacks higher than Lamar Jackson. They can't even lace his cleats. Stop it.
Damn.
It's ridiculous.
I don't really believe in overpay because if somebody's willing to pay you, I'm not going to say no to more money. Uh, so if somebody's willing to pay it, they ain't really, overpaid.
What has golf
As
done?
far as talent goes, talents is different. You know what I mean? But it all, depends on your year that you get too. So 3 years from now, Lamar is going to be in the top three, or Joe's going to be in the top three 5 years from now, however long, you know what I mean? Till they reschedule the deal or renegotiate the deal and all that other stuff. So
Right.
it's just
I mean,
it's all a matter of time of when your contract's up and when you sign. If I'm a player, I'm waiting to the last minute. I want somebody else to sign in my position so I can get hired,
Yeah, I
whether
mean,
I'm
what
better
is?
or not.
Does anybody know who the quarterback was when Dan Campbell lost all them games where there was like 0-1-15 or 1-16?
Jared
Mm,
Goff.
Jared Goff was the quarterback then?
No,
I
no, it was
don't think
Stafford.
it was.
Huh?
Because Stafford was hurt. That's why Orlovsky and shit was in there.
No,
Yeah,
this
I
they had a
believe.
yeah. You remember Stafford was hurting. They they ended up trading him. Like basically, they made the switch. Jared Goff to the Lions and Stafford to the Rams.
that was in 2021. Because what has Jared Goff done to get 53 million a year
Went to the Super Bowl.
with the Rams, not with the Lions?
Went to the Super Bowl. Went to the Super Bowl. Stop.
Shit,
I mean,
he took the
that's that,
Lions to the conference joint too.
That was his
right.
last year.
I mean, he helped them
Last
win
year, the
their
year
first
before.
playoff game in years,
Mm,
like a couple
Yeah, I
years
mean, we
ago.
can't act like he ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sitting there. I'm about to look up. I'm looking up that year and see who was a quarterback for that shitty ass team. Cause now I can be on here. Yeah, Jared Goff. Oh, that was last year. Hold on. 2021 season.
Because
I gotta find that.
Andy Dalton. I
Uh,
don't think he played for the Lions.
It might have been Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know. Maybe him. He was
No,
over
not for the
there.
Lions.
hmm, gosh, it was 2021. When I'm looking at hold on, Detroit Lions 2021 season. Let me see who their quarterback was. They were 3-13-1 that year. Look at their roster.
That's not the year we're
Um,
thinking about, though.
huh? Yeah, Jared Goff was their
I
quarterback.
thought it was the 0-6.
Yeah, Jared Goff was their quarterback when they went 3-13. He was their quarterback. So, I mean, he may have helped him out, but like, damn, when you go 3-13 at any point in your career, you shouldn't be getting paid 53 million a year. Sorry.
I mean, but he done upgraded the team and got the team better ever since then.
I mean, the team up they
They
put
ain't
more
never
weapons
seen.
around him.
They ain't never smelled nothing close to that since.
Yeah, like, yeah, that it ain't worth no 53 million, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just can't be it can't go on for
Somebody's
Jared
willing to
Goff.
pay it.
You know they're gonna pay the quarterbacks them high dollars, man. You already know the vibes on that, man.
That's true.
You see my
That's
brother
true.
Robert Elmore. Salute to my brother Robert Elmore. He said, "Lions fan, bro." He said, "I'm a Lions fan, bro." He was a solid, very solid. Our defense took a hit last year.
Yeah, I mean, the Lions had like 12
Everybody got
of their
hurt on
players
there
on
last year.
IR though, so I give them that. You know what I'm saying? And they had like the most players on injured reserve, something like that.
Salute to my brother Mike M in
Yeah,
the
finally
building,
won the
man.
fucking
Salute, bro.
Ravens.
Salute to my brother Mike M in the building. You heard?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What up,
man.
though?
Oh, we switched a little gears. Super Bowl titles right here, man. So this is a list of Super Bowl titles in each division right here. And you see that AFC East, they got 9. The AFC North, they got 8. The AFC West, they got 10. And the AFC South, they got 2.
The AFC East, that's all Brady. Just about.
And then
Giants got a couple over Brady.
you got the NFC titles. You got
They
the
did.
NFC East, they got
East
14. In the North, they got
got Brady.
5. In the West, got 8. And the South got 3.
Saints, Bucks, and gotta be 2 Saints and 2 Bucks. Yeah,
Falcons got
Saints is
one.
there. Yeah, yeah. The Saints and two Tampas. That's they three. Okay.
San Fran, Rams. I don't know that the AFC North look pretty good. Only coming from two teams.
Salute to my brother Rob, man. What's up, brother? What you gotta talk about your Lions right here,
Hey,
man. Real
man,
quick.
hey. Get off my Lions, man. Get off of them, okay? Look, golf is not trash to me, bro. When he took over, yeah, he was 3-13, but look what happened, bro. We hadn't been to a conference championship since 1992. Let me say that again. I was 12 years old, 1992. You put us in the best
It's
position I
Herman
thought
Moore
we
and
could
Barry
put us in.
Sanders.
Yep, Brett Perriman, Herman Moore, Mary Sanders, Robert Clark. We used to have something called the Silver Stretch. Willie
Yeah.
Green, uh, Chris Spielman, and all them guys, man.
Oh
Dude, the
yeah.
closest we came to having a Super Bowl team, I'm gonna say in '93 when Eric Kramer was our quarterback. 90, and we drafted Pete. He didn't work out. We drafted Andre Ware. He didn't work out. We had John Kitna. We had freaking Scott Mitch. Oh Lord, but dude, out of all those quarterbacks, I'm gonna say Kramer was the best. And then we got Stafford. We jacked him up pretty bad. Like that's why he's kind of hurt now, man. He took all those hits in Detroit. Now, we'll say this
Yeah.
about golf. Golf needs to stop most of his interceptions that came last year when they played zone defenses. When he was man to man, he can get it. He can get it in there. Still wait for him to give us a Super Bowl because Stafford won right away. That pissed me off because I kept telling y'all, he was like Stafford. He wasn't the problem in Detroit. We never had a running game. We did not have 1,000-yard running back since Reggie Bush, and that was in 2013. We had James Stewart after that. We had Kevin Williams after that. We had a bunch of running backs after that, and nobody even eclipsed that. So how, everybody knew what to do. They just pinned their earbacks and come after Stafford because we had no running game.
Yeah.
But yeah, golf this year, I don't know if we resigned him or not, haven't checked. But we got a new offensive coordinator from Denver. The defensive coordinator came from within. We about to really find out how good Jared Goff is without Ben Johnson. We about to
Mm-hmm.
see.
That's
If
what I
he,
was gonna bring up.
if we don't, if he does not produce the same numbers he produced last year, then we could be like, okay, we need to start looking at him sideways. But we about to see what Ben Johnson made of too, without the weapons that he got. Ain't gonna be all that trickery in Chicago, I'll tell you that. But we about to find out what golf is really made of this year.
Yeah. He definitely is. I'm just not. I mean, he a good quarterback. I just don't think he that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I can get with you on that. I can feel you on that because even when he took the Rams, it was the defense that carried him.
Correct.
They had the
Mm-hmm.
number one defense that year they went.
Yeah. And that was when Aaron Donald was in his
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah, I give you that.
Jalen Ramsey too.
Yup. Yup. Yup.
And no, this is your middle linebacker. I keep taking the over. It was your line. It wasn't Bobby Wagner. He was old by the time he got there. I'm
Yeah.
surprised
I
he
don't
didn't really
remember who that
fit in over
linebackers
there.
was. I'm not sure who that linebackers was.
Hey, is there any word
That's gonna
on
bug you.
Michael resigning, or is he just going to sit it out this year?
Shit, right now he just kind of like they just wait. They just still talking, I guess. Pretty much
Um,
ain't too much. He waiting until they deal get done, but there ain't really been too much talks for us the negotiations for us his contract with the Cowboys right now.
hmm, okay.
Charlie Batts got y'all to the playoffs too. I'm just looking up they shit. Charlie Batts is all right.
Charlie Badge.
Charlie
That's
Batchko,
another
I'm weak
quarterback.
as hell.
That's another Detroit quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm weak as hell. I remember Charlie Batch, dog. I remember him, bro. I remember that was
It's true.
crazy right there. God, dog.
Hey, he's
We.
back, man.
All right,
That's
man. So
too
I
great.
got this little graphic right here, man. Um, let me do the banner real quick. All right, so like team record after winning MVP. So you got Cam Newton, right? They were 6-10 after he won in 2015. You got Matt Ryan. They was 10-6 when he won in 2016. Then you got Tom Brady. They were 11-5 when they won in 2017. Then you got Pat Mahomes. They were 12-4 after he won in 2018. Then you got Lamar. They were 11-5 after he won in 2019.
But
And then continuing on, you got Aaron Rodgers, 13-4 after he won in 2020. Aaron Rodgers again, they were 8-9 after they won in 2021. And then Pat Mahomes in 2022, 11-6. Lamar, 12-5 in 2023. And then you got Josh Allen right here, man, the 2024 MVP. And the question mark on his right here. So what y'all think about this right here?
I mean, I think Buffalo's still gonna have a good season.
you know, yeah, his record's gonna be nice afterward. Well, like you ain't had to put Cam on it.
Yeah.
I move my guy.
Matt Ryan.
Man,
Wow.
he won in 2015.
Man. Hey, Lamar just got to win a Super Bowl, bro.
Right?
And that'll complete him, and he got to go through Mahomes to do it. Like if he win and he go around Mahomes, they're gonna be like, okay, you got a Super Bowl, but yeah, you still gonna have that asterisk by his name. Josh Allen, man.
Ain't gonna be no ass trick if he wins, bro.
You don't think so?
Hell no. Because he's gonna have to play Mahomes or Allen, so you're not like even if you get around one, you ain't getting around them both.
Why would it be too?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They just re-signed Cook, so I think they're gonna be solid. They was like a couple plays away last year, man, from getting past Kansas City. I think they'll be right back there again this year, and because they learned how to play in that moment. I think they'll be back there this year.
Dave,
Yeah.
what you think about this, Dave?
I mean, for me, I'm looking at Lamar and the Ravens.
Mm.
Looking at a good team right there.
I mean, like it's going off this list. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Damn.
Love it.
I mean, they're gonna. I
The-
mean, I think all these teams on this list gonna have a good seasons though. Chiefs gonna be straight. Bills gonna be straight. Ravens gonna be straight. I think I already said Pittsburgh gonna go make the playoffs. They ain't gonna win it, but they're gonna make it.
You get smoked like you did last year.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
oh shit.
Fuck you, Crutch. Fuck you, Crutch.
Hey man. All right, man. Let's get
Fuck
into
you,
the
Crutch.
games, man.
Fuck
So
you, man.
let's get it started with the preseason games for this week right here, man. With the Browns, man, and the Eagles, man. The Browns won this 22-13, and your boy, man, Dylan Gabriel, man. The boy he was 13 for 18, 143 yards, one interception, and he had a fumble as well, just to add context to his situation. And let me play this footage right here
Oops.
of Dylan Gabriel right here that I got right here. When I
Right
fucking
about
find
you.
where the fuck when I find
All right, let's get into it. The Shador Sanders on the sideline. We're going to start with the interception. Thought it was just a bad decision. A little play fake to the left. I like how quickly Dylan Gabriel gets his head around and snaps his head around. You can tell there's a lot of white jerseys, 7 in the box, so a play action pass moving to the passer's left, which he's doing right now, is good. There's 3 Browns receivers. You can see, triangulate them right there, all in one spot. I don't think this was supposed to happen, but when Dylan Gabriel right here starts to throw the football, okay, 24 gets right in front of it. He's throwing it to 2 of them. This is poor route spacing by 16. 16 is supposed to be at least 12 to 14 yards on an over route. And this tight end right here, I believe 86, he starts drifting. So they end up in the same spot. They don't even remotely have the same route. Dylan Gabriel has to understand at this point, it's better to just dirt it or continue on the move. He sort of sets up right there, feels this. And then, dude, this is just, it's not good. No effort right there. I'm fine with that. You don't want to get hurt in the preseason game, but you can't do something like that, man. That's bad news.
Man.
Ooh, I want to start out with something.
Go ahead.
The last thing he said, which was, I'm paraphrasing, after the pick, basically he didn't have a problem with him not giving effort or whiffing on trying to tackle that guy because it's preseason. Do you guys agree with that? Like, because I'm looking at it like I do want to kind of see some
No,
effort.
Oh, absolutely. He had all
he
the
made a mistake.
opportunity
He's
to
supposed.
make some effort. He had all the opportunity. He had all the opportunity to make some effort in that. Hold on, I think I got another clip real quick from that same interception. Hold on.
Very good so far. And this one is picked off and going back the other way.
Back the other way.
Now it's a foot race, and that is that.
That was piss poor. That's a piss poor
Way.
effort right there,
It
bro.
was. I can't lie.
Hey, you threw the pick. You
Especially if you just made a mistake when you want to make up for that mistake to
At
your
least
team.
try. Like you probably ain't gonna tackle him. Dude looked like he was about to crush you. But you just giving that effort, in my opinion, goes a long way. Like if
Yes.
I was the coach and I seen that, like, okay, you can stick around a little longer. Let me see what else
Yeah.
you got.
Yeah.
But what we making
After
is a
that, he wasn't the
business
same
decision
quarterback as he
as
was
the
before, too.
He made the mistake, so he at least a little bit try to correct it.
well, yeah, like you can't make a business decision as the third round pick. You the third guy on the depth chart. Like you need to make a business decision the other way. Like fuck that, I'm putting my shit on the line so I can make this squad for sure.
Correct.
Like
You gotta
show
at
him
least make
some,
an
show him.
effort.
I know Shador didn't have the opportunity, obviously, because he didn't throw an interception. But show him something like outside of something Shador hasn't. And I'm not saying that to fucking poo on Shador. Y'all know what I'm saying. Like he had an opportunity to
Yeah.
do that, and he should have.
Correct. I agree. 1,000%.
Like that's
1,000%.
I just don't. Yeah, man. But yeah, go ahead. My bad. I just wanted to throw that in there because the
I,
last that was
Man,
I'm
like
good.
fake
Yeah, I'm
it,
good
fake it
cut
till you
though.
make it, nigga. At least you know what I'm saying. Shit.
yeah. Like he dive and do legs or something or fake
Or at
sit
least
down.
get
Like
You
buckets
know?
and act like the block hit you, knock you down on your ass or something. You know
Right,
what
your
I'm saying?
face.
yeah, that's what. Yeah, yes.
He
Go
just did a
See,
ahead,
quick
I
hit
Cam.
see.
My
one.
bad.
See,
I
I
just
see the comparison that in the two games from both guys starting from the first 2 weeks, man, and you see Shador got the better Dylan right there from them two games, man. What y'all think about the comparison in these two games with them two?
so I'm gonna go first because I didn't see all of Dylan Gabriel, so I'm not gonna go off of highlights on this one. But what I am gonna say before I hand it over to the rest of the panel is, in my opinion, Shador had the most pressure in their first games. And I think Shador did what he needed to do, and I will leave it up to you guys in terms of the comparison with both of them.
Mhm. Okay. I think the numbers for Gabriel are not bad. 13 at 18, 143, right? Those ain't bad, but the glaring numbers is this. They don't show. Well, one, they do show this. No, zero TDs, and he had 2 turnovers. And I put it in the group chat. His last 3 drives in the first half was pick six, field goal, fumble, booty, and that's in that order. So I mean, and he had a couple like bad reads and some throws that he missed. Overall, like I said, I don't think I would give his performance a D, like a D.
That's tough. That's tough.
Damn.
So why would I give him anything
Um,
higher? Shador gave himself a C plus. So why would I give him anything higher than that?
What you give Shador though?
I gave Shador about a C plus B minus.
I disagree. I think Dylan Gabriel. I'm a huge Shadur fan too. Let me throw that out there too. But I think Dylan Gabriel looked good until that mistake, and then he never got back to the way he looked. I think Shadur had a bad throw or whatever, and then that very next play was a good throw, and he came right back at it. I I don't think Dylan Gabriel had a bad game, but if you're going to compare the two, Shadur obviously had the better game with the no turnovers and the touchdown and just overall team camaraderie.
Hold on, because you're the Ravens guy, and I know everybody killed you and Lamar last year for his 2 turnovers. No matter how they came, like
I did. I was one of them.
Gabriel. No, I'm saying like not only you, everybody did, right? Like, so we need to keep that same energy with like other quarterbacks, right? Like, because he did have 2 turnovers in that game, so I would consider that. I don't even know if average, because I would say average is probably 1 turnover, and that's still nasty. But I give that an average. So 2 turnovers is like, yeah, that's a little yucky.
And 1 turnover
It was
resulted in
also his
points.
first game.
Hey, we said that
I'm
same
not
thing about
giving him
Shador
an
though.
A or
Yeah,
anything.
that was a layup. You
I would give
don't.
Shador a B plus or an A minus, and I would give Dylan Gabriel a C minus. I mean, I wouldn't even go C minus.
You give him a C with 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
And I didn't see
Yep.
him. I don't know the second one. I just seen the highlight. Obviously, I seen the interception highlight. The
If
second
you
one
if
was
you
like
would
a
have
fumble.
watched
Was
him
the
cook,
fumble?
he was cooking in that first quarter. He
Was he?
just couldn't get his mojo back after the turnover.
Hey, and you know what?
He was
Coaches look
cooking.
at that.
And can't nobody say anything different.
Now, you know what? Coaches look at that though, and when they see Shador make that mistake, and then they see where he make his mistake and he couldn't get his mojo, dude, you got to put that stuff out your mind and go right back at it. I think that counts against him. Plus, I forgot who made the comment
Damn.
of Shador playing with more on his shoulders. Jaxson Dart ain't really got nothing. I mean, he got something on his shoulder, but not like Shador does.
Yeah,
So
but
he,
we're not talking. But hold on, because I'm the one who said that. And we're not. I'm not comparing other rookie
okay,
quarterbacks. We're just staying in house. But go ahead.
okay. Now, like I said, coaches look at that mental thing right there. That can count against him. Even in the preseason, because you're trying to make a team and you are auditioning for another team. So they gonna look at that like, oh, he threw an interception, he can't get his rhythm back. Like, you got to
I
be able to
agree.
get back out there and get back out there right away. You can't drag it out.
That's a valid point. The
I didn't bring that
caveat
up
to
as a
that.
positive either, by the way.
I was about the only caveat to that is again, if people play sports on here before, there are some people that just when they do get in that funk, it's just like, yeah, you in that funk, right? For that game, for that moment, whatever it is, that doesn't necessarily define you per se. Like, and I will give credit to people who in that moment they are able to get out of it, or you know what I mean, relish in that moment, I should say, you know what I mean. But keep in mind, like, there are great players who do go through that type of stuff, even though I'm not trying to give an out for him. I'm just giving another insight to the subject.
Right.
Okay, I feel you on that, but look, like when you're trying to make a team, like he's a rookie, man, he's trying to get on the squad, or I think he's on the squad. He's trying to get his place there. Coaches are probably gonna be real nitpicky at stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? If you got a better quarterback who goes through that funk, they can probably be like, okay, I can overlook this. You know what I'm saying? He missed 4 or 5 throws. Okay. But when you're trying to make a team and they're looking and they're pinpointing stuff, they might count that against him. Rather than say,
Right.
okay, they might
Right.
not isolate that one incident and say, okay, his overall, I see this. So I'm willing to overlook them 2 interceptions and bring him on. Some coaches might be like, nah, I ain't overlooking none of that because that's vital in my books. So I'm not gonna play him.
Yes. And that's you just made my other argument that I was gonna bring up, which was, yeah, you have some coaches that do that, and some coaches that don't. Like, for instance, me, and I ain't gonna make it a long story, but like during my whole job process, getting up to a supervisor, like my boss had to show a lot of patience, if you will, right? And a lot of holding his teeth and I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, because I do see that in you. but it's taking you a lot to get there. You know what I mean? Type shit. But I get what you're saying overall. I'm just like, all right, I can put another spin on this or add another link into it to really try to make us think about it a little bit. But it's always two sides to everything. You know what I mean?
I guess it goes down to, like you say,
I
different
mean,
people who
quarterbacks are
have
supposed
different
to.
point of view.
Oh, go ahead.
You said what?
I said I think it comes down, like you said, it depends on the coach and how he's going to view that person, whether he makes that hard decision or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
made that point. Like I just followed up because I was gonna make it, but you beat me to it. But who's next? Go
Okay.
ahead. I heard you, bro. My bad.
No, you
yeah, I
good. You
mean,
good.
quarterback's supposed to have short memories, like and that's like a good trait to have. Like you ain't supposed to be worrying about a first quarter interception in the fourth. You got to move on. But I will say this though, as far as me being big in college football, I when Ohio State put belt to ass to Oregon last year, Dylan Gabriel, I didn't see no fight in him. You know what I'm saying? Like
I agree.
I didn't see a leader on the field like trying to rally the troops, when Ohio State was busting their ass. You know what I mean? I
That's a
didn't
good
see that.
point.
I don't think there
So
was anything anybody could do.
that's true, Clutch. That's true. But I'm just saying, at least be on the sideline motivating your players, have that belief. Where your pride at, bro? You know what I'm saying? I didn't
Now
see
hold
Yeah,
on,
beat
wait a
up and
minute.
doing shit like that.
You get
Yeah.
you just took it to a step. I was with you in the beginning, but you took it a step off the field where we don't have cameras all the time. Like he very well could have been on the sideline motivating his guys.
he could have. He
But
could have. That's
to
fair.
your point that I thought you made very prolifically, which was on the field at that point, the belt to the ass. Yeah, I ain't see no resistance from getting that belt to the ass. I ain't see no back end, no trying to run from it, nothing. It was just standing there taking it, and how all your friends taking it too. So I agree with you.
Facts. Fact. You're right.
Like
He
I
could
do,
have.
I
He
agree
could have
with
tried
that.
something
It was
more.
bad. Like you didn't
In half
on the
time.
field. Actually, you didn't show nothing. There wasn't no hand clapping. It wasn't no yelling. It wasn't none of that shit. It was
Nothing.
everybody just dog their ass back off the sideline. Like that was bad.
That's true. He could have motivated him off the halftime or off the
Uh,
We're not always looking at him, so I agree with you on that. But shit, I mean,
no,
I
I
just
agree with you on the field. Like I just
yeah.
laid it
I agree.
out.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Yeah, it
we
was bad. Like show something. Show.
show
I don't
something.
give a fuck. Show something.
Yeah,
Even on
show
one
something.
play, hey, you the fucking
That
receiver
meme with
ran
the
the
stick
wrong
man, the
route.
stick. Too far.
Uh, huh? My bad. Go ahead. I was going off for a second.
Nah,
It's all
I
good
was
though.
just
You
I
right.
was with you, bro. I was just talking straight with you.
Okay, this is let me get this in real quick. This ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about, but I had to throw this out here watching the Saints today. Okay,
Oh my gosh.
hold on.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
this nah. Could yeah, good. Y'all ain't gonna have no clue
Go
where
ahead.
I'm
Go ahead. Go
going.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hopefully, right? It dawned on me, man. Like it really did. And Cam, I'm gonna let you steal this. You can add this to a segment on one of these shows in the future. But I'm gonna go in quotations. What happened to that boy? Right? Where the fuck is Michael Thomas? And what happened to him?
Ooh.
The receiver out of Ohio State who
He a
got
free
drafted,
agent
I
now.
believe, by the Saints.
Yep.
Huh? Where's he at?
He a free agent.
Had had 2 incredible years, maybe
That's
3. Talking best in the league, crazy years,
him
and
and Rowdy White,
something
right? They
happened.
was going back at it, I
That
think,
and the
in the
gambler.
NFC South. Huh?
Yep.
But like what happened? Like
My
where
bad. I was thinking of Ridley.
that
He
had
got
this
hurt
to
though.
me, like when I watched this game, I said, this is the mystery that I have to bring up on this show if I'm able to make it. Like he, like you said, he had a couple good years, but after that, it was so bad. Injuries, beefing with management, just not playing. And then like what is he, a free agent and nobody's picking him up? Nobody's talking about him?
He had a real bad foot injury though. I know that's what put him on the IR, but he hasn't been seen or
Yeah, for
heard
how
from
many
since.
years? I had to put him on the IR for 1 year. He's been MIA, if I'm not mistaken, and I know somebody probably gonna look it up. But I'm gonna go on a limb and say the last 3 years.
Well, he just got released from the Saints March 13th,
I
2024.
I don't give a damn about that. He ain't played when. Like he's been a rep. Like he the point I'm making, whoever said it came out with after I said the whole story about it. Whoever said like he had 2 or 3 good years, like that was my point. Like he came out on fire and it was this and that. And then it was, yeah, I get it, the foot, and then the contract, and then it was this, and then
Mm-hmm.
fucking 1, 2, 3, poof in the air. Like where is he at? Where did he go?
I don't know. He played 10 games in 2023. He didn't play no games last in 2024. So hey, he did have 1, 2, 3, 4. He had 5 straight great seasons from 2016 to 2019. He was dominant, and he just fell off like a cliff.
I just wanted to bring it up. My
I
bad,
mean,
Cam. You want to?
sometimes he just you.
Oh, go ahead. What you about to
Some
say?
people just lose the will to be the greatest.
Hmm.
Uh, that this whole situation down there because like I know bruh mentioned like yeah he had the and don't quote me whatever injury that took him out a year,
Foot injury.
but I think that was prior. Like what happened after that? Like it was just
So what happened after that in 2021? He didn't play due to injury. He came back in 2022, only played 3 games because he wasn't fully healthy. And then 2023, he only played in 10 games. And I don't even know. I don't think when he came back
that's
from his
nasty.
injury, he wasn't the same player.
Yeah, that's nasty. My bad, Cam. Go ahead. I just wanted I had to throw that in there because it was heavy on my mind. There was a little spot in there that I wanted to throw it, but
Oh no,
go
you was
ahead, keep
good.
going, brother.
That was
Oh,
nice
he got
dialogue.
arrested. He got arrested November 10th, 2023 for a misdemeanor charge of battery and criminal mischief. It was revealed that he was involved in the altercation with the man doing construction work and allegedly threw a brick through a windshield of a truck.
Damn.
Damn.
Wow, crashed out.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
And the thing is, to me, if you can look this up real quick, because again, Cam, I know you got to move your
Oh,
show
you
on,
good, you good, you
but
good.
I'm really wondering like how old he is because like is his career done now? Because
I got his
again,
age
there's
right here
no
for him.
talk about him. Nobody's picking him up. There's nothing, like nothing.
He's 32.
Yeah.
Born March 3rd,
Sounds like he's about
1993.
done.
Yep. It does. It does.
Yeah.
So speaking of the Saints, you think they're tanking for Arch? That
Yep.
why they drafted Tyler Shaw?
Art said he
Yeah.
ain't coming out next year.
Listen, I
That's
don't
what he
care.
said.
I don't
Unless the
care.
Saints,
I don't care who they picked up. They were strapped for cap. They picked up Kellen Moore. Matter of fact, Kellen Moore just fucking went there to be a head coach. They really don't. Outside of Olave, Kamara, the Rashid, I can't remember his last name right now. I'm not gonna put him in that category yet, even though I think he's up and coming. Outside of real live stars, those are the only 2 guys they got on offense and defense. You can give it to who's a defensive tackle that's been
They
there
got
for
Chris
years.
Olave.
That's what I mentioned. Him and
uh,
Kamara. And then they got a defensive guy who's been there for like 13 years. It's Cam somebody. I don't want to say the
yeah,
last
not
name wrong.
Hayward. I keep thinking Hayward,
Yeah, that's
but
what
it's
that's
not
why I didn't want to say that. But y'all know who I'm talking about. That Cam guy.
Jordan.
Jordan,
Jordan.
thank
Cam
you,
Jordan,
thank
yes.
you. But outside of them, and he's fucking 39, maybe even 45. But you get what I'm saying there. So they only got 2 guys really that's prolific on the whole team. So outside of that, like whoever they would have drafted, like I guess my point is I don't think they're tanking on purpose. I think they just tanking because they gonna be fucking awful.
Right. Yeah.
Like I don't think
They
that.
don't got no major pieces for real besides like Olave over there for real and Kamara.
Yeah, bro. The Rashid dude is okay, man. Like I watched him last year when Olave was hurt,
Yeah, that one other wide receiver. Yeah, he all
but
right. Yeah, he
he's
was
not.
decent. He
Yeah, but
stepped
he's
up
not
pretty
there
decent
yet.
last year.
Yeah, you got to give him another year, maybe 2, to be that guy.
Yeah, we used
And
to look at
outside
this
of
game.
that,
This game was today, man, with the Jags and the Saints, and it ended up being a tie. Spencer Rattler, he tied it up to win the tie with the game with the last like minute touchdown and everything, and daggone on the Jags, they couldn't convert and score to the win. because they ended up throwing the pick on the game-winning drive. And Trevor Lawrence looked sharp out there today, man. He was 8 for 10, 76 yards, 1 tutty today. You know what I'm saying? Definitely good looks
So
from Trevor. Trevor looked good last week. Man, he's been looking all right, man. So, what y'all think about Trevor Lawrence's first 2 preseason games? He's been looking good in the first couple drives he's been in.
Boy, coming from where he came from, man, from last year, he need to stay consistent, man. But the Jags offensive line wasn't trying to protect him either. Like, I don't care how good your quarterback is. If your front line can't hold you up, bro, you ain't gonna be no good. You ain't gonna be
Right.
no good. I don't care who you are. And you got a new target with Travis Hunter over there, dude. Like, yeah, y'all should be able to cook up a little bit. I'm expecting them to make the playoffs at least win 11 games this year.
Hell
Still got
no.
Brian Thomas Jr. too.
Hold on, wait a minute. Now listen. The show was amazing. The show was amazing. It has been amazing up until now. But I'll be damned if I'm not gonna stop this right fucking now. After you just said, not only will they make the playoffs, which to me is fucking asinine, but I felt like you added a Lego on top of that and said they're gonna win 11 games in the process. Are
I said
you really saying, huh? My bad. Go
expect
ahead.
them. Expect. I don't. They can't. They might not do it. I'm expecting it though.
See, nope, no. You a real guy. Don't go ESPN on me. You know what I hate
Okay.
when they do on ESPN? Oh man, I'm gonna think they gonna do this. They think they gonna do that, and when they
Okay. Hold
don't
on.
do it, they say, "Oh well, I just thought it. It was just nah, man. When
Okay.
we
You know
go,
what?
we gonna
Hey,
go, and we gonna stick by what we gonna go on. It's
okay.
all
Looking
good.
at their schedule, yes, they.
Yes,
I
sir.
think they can win 11 games.
I
I think
love
they
it.
can win 11
I
games.
love it. Yes, sir.
I
I
think they
like
can win.
that.
Looking at their schedule right now, I don't see a big threat on there. Like no hard teams. Carolina, you kidding me? Cincinnati. All their money is
Lost.
on the offense. They have no defense because they gave it to the 2 wide receivers.
Okay, Cam,
So
can you bring up the Jags schedule while he's talking? Go ahead, bro. Keep going.
no, it's
It's up
right
right
here.
now. It's up
They
on
Oh
the
playing
shit,
screen.
Kansas.
my
Okay,
phone.
they're gonna lose to
Shit.
Kansas
My
City.
phone.
Seattle, I'm iffy about them. The Rams, that's a hit or miss. I like the Rams too, by the
They're gonna
way.
beat.
It's State of Stafford.
Jags.
The
Okay.
Vegas Raiders, nope. Houston might be a loss. Um, LAC Chargers, okay, that might be a loss because they look right now. They look like the real deal. Arizona, not worried about it. Tennessee, not worried about it. Indy, definitely not worried about it. The Jets, definitely not worried about it. Even though they got my defensive coordinator, Aaron Glenn, it's going to take them a while to get back up. Denver, no. Indy, no. Tennessee, yeah, I think they can win 11 games. Looking at this, being real, being dead real, they can win 11 games.
7, 8,
If they don't,
9.
I don't know. But looking at this, I think they can.
You know what? You know what? Now that you
I don't see
brought
it.
this bum ass schedule up, so I don't see 11, but I'm not far off from him. Like if I'm going 2 games from him, 9 and 10, I'll respect what he said. Because I see it and I say, okay, maybe you got 9 on the low end, 10 to me on the high end. And if you go 11, if we just one apart, I'll got you for the sake of argument, you'll win that.
Okay,
I'll
you
give
know
you
what?
respect.
I see him going maybe 1-4 in their first 5.
Ooh,
Damn.
eh,
Damn.
They're gonna
against San
lose,
Francisco? Are you
huh?
kidding me?
They're gonna
Dude,
lose.
See, they're gonna
They're gonna
lose
Frisco's
to
in
lose.
rebuild
the
mode, bro.
Bengals,
I
the
gave him
Texans, the
I gave
Niners,
him
and the
Houston
Chiefs.
and but
They're gonna lose
I
4 straight. TB.
They're
I
losing to
gave
the
him Houston
Bengals.
and
They're losing to Houston. They're losing to San Francisco and Kansas City.
They're not gonna lose. I don't
Damn,
think they're gonna lose to Frisco. Frisco's in the rebuild mode right now.
I
they
think they're
look
gonna
good.
beat Frisco, but I had them beating Houston because they're at home, and then I had them losing to Houston later in the season at Houston. So those were my 2 wins in the beginning.
I don't see it. I see them beating Carolina easily. I see them, and then I see them losing the 4 straight, and then I see them beating Seattle. That's 2-4. I see them. I think the Rams gonna pop them. So that's 2-5. And then they got the bye week. They beat Vegas. That's what 3-5. I think they get swept by Houston. So that's another 3-6. I think they I think they lose to the Chargers 3-7. They beat Arizona 4-7. They beat Tennessee 5-7. They beat Indiana 6-7. They beat the Jets 7-7. They lose to Denver,
Yep. 7
and
and 8.
then yeah, and then I think they beat Indiana and I beat Tennessee. So I got what 9 wins.
9-8. I got
Nine
them
and
At
eight
eight.
nine.
worst, at worst, I'm gonna say 10. I think they can do it. At worst, they should 10 games, man. If they don't do 10 games with this schedule, bro, it's a problem. At
Yeah,
least 10 games. I'm saying I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt with the 11. If they can, I think they can win 10 games with the schedule.
I think so.
I don't
And
think they're that good.
they got to stay healthy. Sorry, healthy, health.
That's a good point. That's I heard him sneak that in too. Just like I guess if we think that they're that good, then yes, we can go that 9 to 10 range. But to his point, to play the other side of it, if they ain't that good, and then you looking at one, maybe two, because I'm going with the split, three. I give you four there, 5, 6. Now you're looking at the 6 to 7 range if they're not that good.
Yeah,
7-8.
I was trying to like to give them the benefit of the doubt, like looking at their whole situation. It's not really on Lawrence. Like you got to, I mean, you got to look at the whole team too, man. I'm just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. That's all. I like to be fair against all teams. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to be unfair. I just don't see them as being that good.
Oh no,
I
I ain't
got
saying you.
Houston winning that division too. And I think Indianapolis and the Jaguars are basically on the same par. And I'll take
Ew.
Indy Stars over Jacksonville Stars. I'll just take Jacksonville's quarterback over. But I'm
Uh,
taking the rest of the Colts.
are you including defense or just offense?
Defense.
All right, I'm out.
I didn't expect you to ride with me anyway.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna do it
You
for the
ain't had
sake
no
of
gas money or nothing. You just riding for free.
I was gonna hit you with those. Hey, man, I get you later, man. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah. When you get paid 2032, I'll be right here
Right.
holding my breath. Like,
Man, so we got another game right here, man, from the other day. The Chiefs and the Seahawks the other day. 1 or 2 months really crazy action in this. Of course, with the Seahawks, it was interesting. Sam Darnold, he went 4 for 4, 34 yards. And Jalen Milrow, 3 for 5, 46. And Drew Lock, he was the leader out of the quarterbacks, 10 for 12, 129, two tutties right here, man. So, what y'all look at right here with Sam Darnold, man, looking pretty sharp, man, on his first appearance with the Seahawks.
He played with the Vikings last year, didn't he?
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep, he Sam Darnold, man, he looked pretty sharp, definitely, man. I would definitely say what I say with if they got a good running game, you know what I'm saying. As far as like with Walker, I definitely like him that the running back that they got, and they got guys like and Smith and Jigba. Then you got Cooper Cup. They got a nice little core around, little pieces around the offense, a little bit around Sam Darnold, man. So it's just all about him managing the game. Him not turning the ball over, pretty much.
I like Kenneth Walker because he's going to do great for him.
Absolutely. You see my boy Thrill Hill. He said Seahawks running game was on point. Charbonnet, yeah, he was cooking. Yeah, Charbonnet was cooking the other day, man. Him, Charbonnet, and Walker, both of them guys in that backfield. They can do they can do a little bit of decent damage out there, man.
So,
And they got a young defense that's talented too for the Seahawks, man. So it's real interesting for the Seahawks right there in a little context, a little bit. And another game right here, the Patriots and the Vikings right here. Um, you talk about the Patriots quarterback play. Drake May, of course, that's their starting quarterback. He looked good in his first preseason game last week. And he looked sharp in this game the other day, too, man. He was 4 for 7, 46 yards. led the team to a touchdown on that one drive. Joshua Dobbs, he was the leader for him. He was 11 for 16, 106, and one tutty. And Ben Woodridge, following up seven for 13 with 55 yards. Playing against the Vikings, man, they beat them 20-12. And you know, wasn't too much. The Vikings didn't play their starters for real at all. And JJ McCarthy didn't even play at all the other day. What y'all think about this? With Drake May. What y'all think about Drake May with his development and him being the franchise quarterback?
I wish him the best of luck.
What the
Damn.
fuck? What does that mean? That was followed by some laughter and shit. God damn it! Yeah, I know y'all ain't think y'all was just gonna get away with that shit.
I mean, if he's your what do you call him? Uh, your team's quarterback, your leader, and that I think he's middle of the pack. I think at best y'all be middle of the pack.
I hear it in your voice, boy. Hold on, hold on. Wait a minute. So you what like because I'm gonna be honest, like I always am. Coming out of college, I was not the biggest fan of him, and obviously, I wanted fucking Jaden Daniel.
Right.
However, just looking at like him play, he at least has potential. I'll say that. But I think he has a little more potential than others may think because he has that dual threat ability. And then we look at like he had a horrible line last year. He ain't have no receivers, which I don't think he has much better with a hobbled fucking Diggs and Matt Hollins anyway. But I think my point is going is just he's going to be one of those guys that just needs more reps. Like he has Josh McDaniels to try to help a little bit. Again, I like his mechanics. The one thing I hate, I cannot fucking stand, and I wish I had the other Patriots guy because he could attest to this. But the one thing that could really hamper his career, and I don't know if it's due to how fucking tall he is or not, but he overthrows every fucking body. Like, I mean, I can't say all, but I would say at least, and being fair and honest, 30 to 40% of his passes are fucking way up in the air, like over the receiver's head. And to me, that's the one concern I have, like in terms of his growth. Middle of the pack quarterback, I'll take that, again, just based off of what we got around him. But I think if we can do better in those things, he does have the potential to be, I would say, maybe that top 12, maybe 13 quarterback by maybe the end of next year.
Hmm.
There's a lot of maybes and if this and all of that. So
Oh, God.
if your goal is reaching the top 12 to 15, then
We making the
I
playoffs
just
this
don't
year,
believe in
punk.
your offense. I
Now you
don't
got
have you
that.
to get
You got
playoffs
that.
this
You
year.
got that glorified ass team, man. We making the playoffs this year, all right?
Good luck.
Hold on, so Dave, you wasn't high on Drake May coming out of college?
I was not. Like I was
I,
not.
I like Drake May coming out of college in North Carolina, man. I liked him a lot coming out, man. And I was just iffy on the situation going over to the Patriots.
Definitely.
When were they going to build, around them? Which is looking like they trying to build around them a lot more now. You know what I'm saying? Now
Hmm.
that this is year two or year three?
Two. Yeah.
Year two. Okay, yeah. So year two. So they're trying to build around them a little bit, like what I'm saying. They went the cheap route with it per se. But not say for Stephon Diggs because y'all got Stephon Diggs, so that's not the cheap route. Because y'all definitely went and got y'all number one guy. You know what I mean?
When
But
the way the contract is, my bad. I'm gonna let you keep going. But the way the contract is structured, we got him pretty cheap too. But go ahead, keep going, brother.
yeah, you got a young, talented team and stuff, and a lot of analysts is speaking about the Patriots and thinking that they a team that can possibly be a team that did make the playoffs last year, making the playoffs this year. So, there's a lot of conversation around the Pacers and Drake May for us, him being QB1 and him, a lot of people believe that he's going to be one of those guys that can, be a franchise guy that could be, you know, the heir apparent for Tom Brady for the Patriots.
I'm gonna throw
Oof.
my last
Oh,
Patriots take out right here, and
close.
I'm not a fan of this team, so but I know it's gonna maybe stir up a little, at least back and forth for a hot second. But I tell you what, that fucking Trayvon Henderson, that
Woo!
motherfucker gonna be a dog, bro.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Matter
You
of
get no
fact,
arguments
I
there.
got a,
That
I got a,
Ohio State product, that motherfucker gonna be good.
uh,
I think I think better than Zeke, long term. Like the first
I agree.
5 years of Zeke was
here you go.
fucking
I got the
amazing.
clip from it right here.
I formation behind May. Henderson gets the call. Stutter steps, gets through the line of scrimmage across the 5. Touchdown, New England Patriots. A rushing touchdown by Travion Henderson. And the Patriots have taken a 6-0 lead.
And not a bad job up front. Guys like Travis Bell getting.
He's
Yeah,
supposed to be
man.
shifty, not powerful. Look at him go.
Wait, hold on. I'm glad you brought that up. Because I thought he was always powerful.
That's what I'm
Again, that
saying.
attests to I'm not an Ohio State fan, so I don't watch all their games. But like I thought, the way he's built and stuff, and the few games that I did watch, eh, I seen the breakaway speed, but I seen him like trucking niggas too.
Oh yeah,
Yup,
definitely.
especially in that pass deep or pass protection. In that
Oh
pass
yeah.
protection, he's the I'm glad you said Zeke because he's probably the only one that he could rival with pass protection in college.
Right.
Trayvon's complete, bro.
Yeah, I like that shit.
Yeah,
Like I
that
ain't
was
no
a
front.
big gift for the Patriots right there because he ran a kick return back last week, and then like, yesterday he over there trucking shit, doing
You
his
know the
damn thing, running the ball.
funny thing is, bruh, and watching the draft and shit. No lie. I actually wanted. I thought we was gonna take. No, I wanted us to take. Let me rephrase that. The Junkins guy, the Quinshon Junkins guy, that
Oh
Cleveland
word,
guy,
word.
because I
Yeah.
I thought he was just like more on the Gibbs side, Jameer Gibbs. Like, and
Yeah, I
to
know
me,
Right.
Jimmy.
that's just electrifying. Like, man, this motherfucker can do it all. Like, he can hit you when he need to hit you in the hole, but outside of that, he's so shifty and like just again has that frame of Gibbs. I was like, yeah, here really, especially because we got to compare or pairing with Ramondre Stevenson, in which
Yeah.
I'll throw a hot take out right now. This is gonna probably be his last year.
Right, right. Because Trey gonna be
Uh,
our guy. He
he
definitely gonna
is,
be our guy.
he is like very soon. One fumble, I think, from Ramondre, and it's over.
Facts, facts. That's gonna be Trey drive forever. If, after
It is
that,
facts. That's big facts.
because they already gonna be ready to hand that job over to him immediately.
Well, they got him like on the depth chart, and I know it's preseason or whatever. But I just looked up like the depth chart or whatever, and it actually has him and Stevenson as the starting backs.
There you go.
Yeah,
So I mean, I'll take
running
it.
back by
Shit.
committee, well, as they should, because I mean, a lot of teams in the NFL is doing the same thing as teams in college as well. You know what I mean?
He's way more versatile than Stevenson. Like way more versatile. So
He
yeah,
can
shout
catch
out to O
Stevenson.
State for
Facts.
that.
Definitely, I
Uh,
definitely agree to that.
yeah, shout out to O
Facts.
State. Appreciate that, Cam. If you're a fan.
It's facts. Facts.
Okay,
He ain't the only one
You
here.
already know that's my
I
dog,
hear you.
man. So we had got Carolina and the Texans right here, man. And wasn't too much action on Carolina side. I say, CJ Stroud, he played the other day. He looked very sharp in the drive. He was in 6 for 8, one tutty. Davis Mills, he was the leader, I guess you want to say. He's 8 for 14, 61 yards, no tutty. Then you had Slovis in there, 5 for 12, 51. And then Graham Mertz was 2 for 2 with 2 yards.
Oops.
And right there, yeah. So you got them guys right there in that game. And fucking Zach Wilson, he played pretty decent. He was No, 15 for 23, 151 yards for one tutty in the game. So, uh,
I seen that.
God damn, I lost the damn graphic. Yeah, so I mean, yeah. What y'all think about C.J. Stroud this year, man? As far as year three, you know what I'm saying? Last year, he had a little growing pains a little bit. Teams was catching on to him a little bit from the rookie season and everything. But he did help the Texans win one playoff game last year, and they lost in the second playoff game going into the playoffs. Well, so what y'all think about C.J. Stroud and the Texans this year?
It's Mr. Pose a question. Oh, so they made it to the playoffs last year, right? And I don't know their stats and I don't follow them or anything, so I'm gonna lean on y'all for things like this. But if they made the playoffs and won a game, why does everybody keep saying, including the media, like that he had a bad season? Like, was it
Right,
statistically he had a
right.
bad season, or like I don't?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
they say more stat wise. That's what
okay.
I would say. But in my opinion, I feel like he didn't have a bad season because he took them to the playoffs last year, and like I said, they won one of them games.
Wish I had. Let me see
I
if I
think
can pull
that's
up
a
this
solid
stat.
season for like
That's
first
what I'm
2 years.
saying.
I
You
think
take the team to the playoffs the first 2 years.
I also think it's a lot to do with expectations too, especially coming off of that first year. And you sophomore
Absolutely.
slumps are real, but people expected a jump. But I think the jump's going to be this year, and I think you're going to see the CJ Stroud everybody is down on or whatever because of last season because he didn't have a great year last year. It wasn't great. We expecting great from him, so we thought he was going to break the Ohio State quarterback curse. You know what I mean? So he's got to
But
come back
see,
to
go ahead. But didn't he have receivers like that got injured like damn near all of last year?
Collins, Diggs.
And wasn't it another one? Tank Dell?
Yeah,
But
Tank.
I think Tank
Yeah,
was toward
Tank
the end of the
Dell. Yeah,
season, so he
Tank
probably
Dell
don't
done got
count.
hurt 2 years in his rookie year and and towards the end of the middle of the year and last year.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to hate. I hate to throw that into consideration. I guess I'll agree. Like based off of what you said, him coming out strong on his first year, and then his second year. Again, I don't want to throw injuries out there, even though I could as a cushion. I'll give you that. Like, yeah, he did have a drop off, but I do. I'm with anybody that's saying like, yeah, I expect him or I hope that he has a bounce back year this year.
Yeah, I definitely expect it.
Most
You
definitely,
can
man.
pick him up late in the draft too.
Right, and
Him and Tua.
Bryce didn't play in this
I
game with the Panthers.
don't know why not.
Then you got the Lions and the Dolphins right here. Of course, I mentioned earlier Zach Wilson, man, 15 for 23, 151, one tutty. Um, and Quentin Ayers, the fucking rookie, he was 11 for 17, 116 yards for two, and he had two tutties. He had a good game yesterday, man, the rookie. And so, Jay Crutch, let me ask you, man, what you think about Quentin Ayers having a good game yesterday, surprisingly?
I don't think he could have had a worse game than what he played the game before he came out. So I'm glad he didn't have the same kind of showing. But I'm not expecting anything out of that guy. It's like
Man,
expecting something out of
Tua,
Drake
you already
May.
know the vibes with Tua, like Tua.
He couldn't hold himself, man. That's a good one, brother. That's a real
My
good
fault.
one.
My fault.
No, you all good. You all good.
That's a good one. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, man.
Shit, fellas, I gotta jump off here.
All right, do your thing, bro. Do your thing. We'll kick it up a
Appreciate
little
y'all.
bit, bro. Yeah, so
See.
yeah, and then we had this game right here with the Raiders right here, man, where with them and Mac Jones over there, of course, with the Niners, he went 13 for 16, 135 yards, threw one pick. Brock Purdy had one drive, went 5 for 7, and looking at the Raiders, Geno Smith, he was 6 for 8, 55 yards in the drive he was in, had a solid drive. And Ada McConnell, 15 for 23, 138 yards. One pick. Then Cam Miller was in for one drive, 2 for 6, 25 yards, one pick as well. Just looking at the Niners, man. Brock Purdy this year, he got the deal, he got the money now and everything. And of course, they don't have Debo Samuel over there anymore. And of course, a lot of guys was hurt on their team last year. So they had a real down year, didn't make the playoffs last year and everything. And so what you think about the Niners a little bit this year, going in it and this year? They got Brandon Ayuk. Well, I don't know. Brandon Ayuk is still hurt, I believe, too. So they got that situation, and then of course Kittle, he's getting older.
You know what's crazy about the Brandon Ayuk situation? If I'm not mistaken, he may have got injured last year, 2 weeks before Stephon Diggs. And he's
Right.
not Brandon Ayuk is not projected to be back until somewhere week 4, 5, 6, whatever Shanahan want to try to throw out there. Meanwhile, Diggs is projected to be back by week 1. Like
Right.
to me, that is telling because Stephon Diggs has to be. I'm gonna go out on a limb. 5 years older than fucking Ayuk. So like that again, that's a little concerning, man. And not only that, right? I'm gonna go a little deeper. What's also concerning is San Francisco with injuries in general, right? Like you take Christian McCaffrey, you take Ayuk that we just said, we take McCaffrey's backup from last year. I can't
Yeah.
remember his name off
Mason.
the top
Yeah.
of my head.
Anthony
Yep,
Mason.
Mason got hurt. Like you take defensive guys. Greenlaw's been hurt every year he's been there. Like no one really wants to talk about it, but they have this mystique, in my opinion, of just like and Garoppolo. I mean, not Garoppolo, even though he got injured a lot, but Purdy too, right? Like he got injured a few games, either last year or the year before. So my point is like it's a little mystique, if you will, going over there with a lot of injuries. Not to mention Bosa. I mean, should I
Absolutely.
keep? Yeah, like
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, man. Because when they on point and they healthy, they one of the best in the game in the NFC. For sure. And I don't know how significant, how bad you think significant with Debo Samuel. You think that's going to take a hit for us, their offense?
no. And the reason I say that because last year, like I think the year prior to last year, what was that, 23 or whatever, 24?
Right.
He was definitely uh more involved and needed in the offense and wanted. I think with the whole trade thing and even trade speculation swirling around him the last 2 to 3 years kind of indicates to you like that, yeah, we don't really like I shouldn't say need you anymore. We're at the point where we can move on without you. Like we're comfortable moving on without you, right? We got Ayuk who's
Absolutely.
gonna come on as the number 1 receiver. We have Jennings who's been a solid, at least 3 slot guy who's at times can play the 2 and the 1. And then they picked up last year the rookie Parasol, right? So
Yep.
with George Kittle and McCaffrey still, I think they feel like, hey, our offense can still hum, right? Even without the trick plays and the end arounds and the passes from Debo Samuels or
Absolutely.
Samuel.
Absolutely. I agree, brother. That was a good take right there for sure, man. And I got a clip actually from I got a clip. I got a clip from Genty in the game the other day, man. This man went crazy on the play right
Better
here.
leverage at the line of scrimmage.
Run again
There it
with
is.
Genty. That's a bulldozer. He is bouncing off defenders and dragged down. And Max Crosby's the first one off the sideline to give him a high five.
Yeah, man, that was Genty right there, man. In there bulldozing through the Niners defenders right there, man. Yeah, what's your expectations for Genty in his rookie year?
So even though we got them week one, I'm gonna open my mind up to the young fella, hoping that they're gonna lose week one. But no, so his performance yesterday and that clip in particular was a far
Yep.
cry from what happened last week. I
Yep,
mean,
he had 7 carries, 33 yards, one tutty.
like, yeah. So I think the young man honestly is gonna be amazing. I think he may challenge Cam Ward for offensive rookie of the year this year. And saying that, I mean, like, really, really challenge him. Like the final tally or vote, if you will, being slim next to none. So I got high expectations for him. I do wonder what he's like in the passing game. You didn't see a
Right.
lot of that out of Boise State. But when people say that, you turn around and you got to look back to what Pete Carroll ran when he was with the Seahawks, right? Marshawn
Absolutely.
Lynch, he didn't run a lot of swing passes and screen passes to Marshawn. It was straight up, hey, hand him the ball, let's block. He's gonna make a guy miss or two, and we're gonna live with the play, right? So when
Absolutely.
people, I get when people say, hey, he's not much of a passing back, but if you're in Pete Carroll's system, which he's proven, you don't need that to be that type of back.
Facts. Facts. I agree 100%, bro. I agree. And we can
Like,
move forward to this next one right here with the Steelers and the Buccaneers. Buccaneers took it 17-14. You see with the Steelers quarterback play. Mason Rudolph, he got the start. I guess he only played a couple of drives. He was 3 for 5, 46 yards, one tutty and one pick. And Skylar Thompson, he was 10 for 15, 113 yards, and threw a pick. And then you had Logan Woodside, 4 for 9, 45 yards, and he also threw a pick as well. So some wild quarterback play from the Steelers, man. All three quarterbacks all threw a pick in the game. And then you had of course, with the Buccaneers, Connor Bazelak, he was 14 for 18, 106 yards, no tutty. Then Teddy Bridgewater had a good showing, 6 for 11, two tutties. Then Cal Trask, 3 for 10, 19 yards. And I got a clip too from Emeka Abuka, man. He had a good ass touchdown in this game right
One
here.
for the Steelers defense, trying to get off the field, settle for three. Emeka Abuka in the end zone. Eccles in coverage. Abuka has that one, and it's a touchdown. He's the number one pick out of Ohio State. That's a 5-yard score from Bridgewater to Abuka, and Nichols was there, but it was just a really good pass and catch.
It really was. And as we look at this replay here.
Yeah, man, that was a live ass catch from Omeka right there, and from Teddy Bridgewater right there at one of his touchdown passes in the game. Yeah, man. So of course, it looked like Teddy Bridgewater, man, with him signing with the Buccaneers, it looked like he gonna be QB2 behind Baker Mayfield right there. So what you kind of think about that?
facts. I'm glad you brought him up because to me, that's the whole story of the game. Because if I'm not mistaken, wasn't a man just coaching high school football a couple months ago, if not a month ago?
Yeah, absolutely. He got suspended because of he was helping the kids out with rides and food and stuff like that. Stuff that a lot of coaches around the whole damn country
Would
does.
do. Yes, and non-coaches would do, right? Like you see somebody in need or whatever, you would assume that a good person would do that. But to go again further to my point, like yeah, you just got a guy who just came off of coaching, coming into the preseason game, throwing a couple touchdowns. Like that to me is a big fucking story. Like you got to
Absolutely.
get back in football shape. You got to learn new teammates because you're not with the team that you were with last year, in which I think it was the Lions. You know what I mean? So you got to do all that. And then, if I'm not mistaken, he threw the touchdown to Abuka, right? Like the rookie
Yep, the
receiver.
rookie.
So, like, you got to come into camp and you got to grasp all that, right? Like getting, whatever, fired from your job, getting the call, getting back into camp, getting into shape, learning the plays, learning what your guys like and what they don't like. So like to me, that was a big story. Just to me personally, just seeing that resolve. And then like your boy Mecca Abuka just joining that wide receiver class down there in Tampa Bay, to me, he's gonna take off. Like he's gonna be one of
Absolutely.
those ones.
Absolutely, man. He looking amazing over there right now, man. And they saying that he looking like he already a all pro right now. The way he grabs in the offense and the way he's moving along with Mike Evans and the rest of the guys in that wide receiver core. So yeah, man, the Buccaneers, man, they dangerous. They got a dangerous team, man. On offense, man, they got a lot of weapons, man. And they teams better be looking out for them Buccaneers, man. They definitely they got something going over there, man. Definitely for sure, man.
At
For
least
sure.
offensively. Like defensively, I just
Yeah, the defense, that's another story.
it's
That's
that
another
Tampa
little look
shit.
like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like we are in an era where like a lot of teams are building their teams where they want to be offense heavy more than defense in a sense. Like where, it's like they building the teams for shootouts pretty much
Well, of
in a
course.
sense.
I just don't like Todd Bowles is a great coordinator, yada yada yada. But it's almost like this whole Tampa shit is just it's wearing out. Like at least throw some things in there with the Tampa. Like don't just keep rolling it out there and like expecting it to work because it's not.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
Like
agree
I think
hundred
that's their
percent.
biggest problem. Like they just need to the Tampa can be your staple. I get it. I got it. That's your baby, whatever. But you got to be able to adjust at times too.
Facts.
But I think they're
Facts,
gonna be
bro.
all right. They're gonna be in contention for the NFC South, just like they was the last 3 years, if not to win it again.
Absolutely, man. And we go to the next one right here. They had the Rams and the Chargers, man. And the Rams took it 23-22. Trey Lance, he was 7 for 15, no tutty in the game. Taylor Heineke, 6 for 11, 56 yards. Then Justin Herbert, he had one drive where he was 2 for 5, 46. Some people they ain't really think too crazy about his performance in particular in the game.
Nope.
And then you had Stetson Bennett, man, the lone quarterback for the Rams in the whole entire game. 28 for 40, 324 yards, three tutties, and one pick in the game right there. So Stetson Bennett played the whole entire game for the Rams at quarterback right there, man. And of course, we mentioned earlier with Matt Stafford, he's been out of camp with with situation with his, disc, aggravated disc in his back with far as that. So with the Chargers, man, kind of interesting with the Justin Herbert this year, man. A lot of people, he got that big bag over there for the Chargers. A lot of people definitely want to see Justin Herbert step it up and take the Chargers to a different level, man. What you think about Justin Herbert and the Chargers a little bit? Like, what's the expectations for them a little bit?
So while Justin Herbert is in a good situation in terms of winning, right? And I'm gonna break that down. Winning in terms of hardball, how they're gonna try to build the culture, offensive line, defensive line, run the ball, all that good stuff, good defense. But in terms of him personally, he's not going to do what I think everybody expects in terms of, the 4,000 yards, the 40 touchdowns, all this good glamour stuff.
Right.
He's going to do just what Harbaugh needs him to do. Control the game, control the clock, no turnovers, you know what I mean? Be smart with your decisions. And then obviously, right, which is every team's motto, do good in the red zone, right? So my point
Absolutely.
is they're not going to ask him to try to do too much. Not to mention he doesn't, in my opinion, really have weapons to do too much. Like, yeah, you can McConkley is great in the slot. He has some good skills also on the outside, but you have no deep threat. I don't want to hear no Keenan Allen at fucking 39, 40 years old.
Right. Right.
Quentin Johnson, he's a hit or miss guy.
Yeah,
And
he
just
yeah
look
he
at his stats since
unproven.
he got in the league. Right. So You really a tight end is a mystery there. So you really don't have running backs. They're good, but they're not receiving running backs. Hampton may be, but Harris isn't. So my point is, again, they don't, in my opinion, they don't really have that many weapons that's eye popping outside of the fact that you got a coach that doesn't specialize in that. So I don't expect much from him, and I don't think he's going to really reached that plateau, in my opinion, of a top 10 quarterback in terms of wowing you, throwing you with the stats of 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns types things. That's just not gonna happen with him.
Yeah, facts, bro. I agree, man. Cause like Jim Harbaugh, he prides his offense off of the run game. And Justin Herbert, he's a quarterback that in the past where that he was in systems where it was pass heavy, and this system isn't so pass heavy for them. And this system is supposed to help Justin Herbert to about to establish the balance in the run game and to open up the pass game like all of the rest of the NFL teams try to do in the NFL. But when you get down to games, of course, then you got to be pass heavy and try to, shoot your way back in the game and stuff. And, I think that was a little issue with the Chargers last year, where when they did get down to games, they couldn't get back into some of those games and stuff. And just, didn't have the consistency that they had early in the year because they was decent starting off early in the year. And then they kind of just fell off from the middle and the end last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
because to your point, in the middle and end of the last year, they started getting down by points. And if
facts.
you're not used to that during the regular season, it's almost like how they be trying to say Jalen Hurts in Philly. Oh, pass it, pass it, pass it. Well, if I'm not down, why do I need to do anything outside of my norm?
Right,
So if
absolutely.
they're doing this, like you said in the beginning, and they're winning, but then it gets flipped at the end where it's like it's close games or they're down, they're not used to passing the ball like that. They're not used to
Facts.
counting on Quentin Johnson and if please, I hope I'm saying the right name, but fucking I think Will Disley they had last year. I don't know if he was with them or
Right,
Seattle, but you get what I'm saying. Like they're just
right.
not used to doing that.
Absolutely. I agree 100%, bro. For sure,
Like based off
man.
last year, they gave fucking your boy Dobbins one of his best years since he first came in the
Right.
league.
And they helped him go. He go to the Broncos. He got a bag with the Broncos now. He a op now for
Hmm. In my opinion, he probably should be the starter there.
him. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. We can go to this next one right here. Before we get to the main topic with the man Jackson, with the Broncos and the Cardinals, man. Kyler Murray, he didn't play in this game. Brissett, he was 6 for 8, 57 yards, had one tutty. Then they had Clayton Tune in for the rest of the game, 13 for 20, 56 yards. Damn, that was ugly. 20 attempts for 56 yards is nasty work right there. That's nasty work right there,
Yes, it
man.
is, man. God damn.
Then the Broncos, Jared Stidham, he was 16 for 23, two tutties. They're pretty decent for sure. And Sam Ellinger, 14 for 16, no tutties. So they had some decent quarterback play for the Broncos yesterday, and definitely won that game with the Cardinals. Interested in that one for sure. On that one with the Broncos, man, that's a team that a lot of teams is high on, man. They got a solid defense, and Bo Nix had some promising moments in his rookie year last year, and they got of course we just mentioned Dobbins, and they got some pieces over there, man. What you think with the Broncos, man? You think they can try to make some noise in the AFC with Kansas?
Yes. I think actually Kansas City and the Broncos and their division will actually come down to like a week 16, week 17. I don't
Right.
know if they're going to be matched up. But I think again within that division, those guys will split head to heads. They will take care of the other teams in that division, and it's going to come down, possibly to a whatever wild card situation that can happen at the end, obviously, which would catapult the other teams to being a division winner. So I am very high on them, man, especially with their pickups with Ufunga and Greenline, who I mentioned earlier.
Right.
Uh, I think they read up on one of their linemen, if I'm not mistaken, Zach Allen, but it could be somebody else.
Yeah,
But
they
like
did. Yeah, they got a
they
big,
got
big bag.
uh, matter of fact, didn't they draft a number one cornerback in the first round or number two? I think he was on the big
Yeah,
board or some shit like that.
yeah,
Like
they went and
they
got
are
another
going to be
corner that tried to
fucking
lock down. They had two lockdown corners.
yes. Like they gonna be stacked, man. They got a fucking nice secondary. They got nice linebackers. They got nice defensive line. Like they gonna be a force to be reckoned with. They
Yeah,
making the
most
playoffs for
definitely.
sure, and they pushing Kansas City to the brink of that conference or that
I
division.
agree, bro. 100%, bro. I love that dialogue with that one, man, because I'm really high on these Broncos team, man. I think they can definitely push Kansas City to the limit this year, man. And Kansas City, the Eagles, they cracked the code last year in the Super Bowl, man. And it's interesting to see how they come back from that loss right there. And you got the Broncos right there. That team, they coming for them. And then the Raiders, they ain't too bad either on their side as
And
well.
let me go back to all this Kansas City hype too, man, because everybody like again when I mention everybody, you know who I'm mentioning,
Yeah.
like the media. And they, what I've been hearing over the last maybe month or so is, oh yeah, Kansas City's gonna be so amazing. They got an offensive line now, yada yada yada. So they got an offensive line now. Let's speak on that. I know they got your boy Josh Simmons who moves over there to the left tackle.
Facts.
But what they're saying is, oh, Kansas City last year they played with a left guard at the left tackle the whole season. That's not accurate. That's not accurate at all. They need to look that up, and I can't believe no one has actually fact checked them on that. They did not play our guy Logan Mankins, who used to play, excuse me, left tackle for the Chiefs at left tackle the whole season last year. That's the quote.
Facts.
It wasn't the whole season. Now, did they play him? I believe like the last 7 or 8 games at left tackle and into the playoffs? Yes, they did. But that's not the whole goddamn season. So again, not only am I going to use that, okay, so they picked up Josh Simmons who's going to go to left tackles. Who are they going to put in at left guard? They have no left guard to replace Logan Mankins because the guy who replaced him last year was just as bad.
Mm.
Move over to center. They do have a nice center, a decent center. Don't know his name, but they do have a nice center. You move over to the right side. They have a nice right tackle. But again, the right guard. Who is the right guard? The right guard is an unknown. So again,
Facts.
this whole notion, oh, Kansas City is going to be a whole lot better. I think they mean per se, which they should say this instead of saying the offensive line, is maybe their outside weapons being back and healthy. Hollywood Brown, Rasheed. I think Worthy was healthy the whole season, wasn't he? But those
Yeah.
those two guys in particular, I think they mean being back healthy. Maybe okay, we're looking into a fountain of youth for Travis Kelsey or and Pacheco being back, right? I get that if you want to say that, but you give me the
Facts.
offensive line as the headline of Kansas City being a lot better this year. Me personally, I'm not buying it just based off what I said.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree
Like
100%, man.
I don't
Because
understand.
that team, because you, they, the defense, of course, their strength is their front seven. Now, yeah, they got a couple guys on that secondary that's iffy.
Yes,
Definitely on the corner
yes,
aspect. Like their safeties are strong, but their corners isn't as strong as the safeties. To where you seen it in that Super Bowl where the Eagles they was blowing the top off with Devontae Smith and AJ Brown with them in that
yes,
game.
yes. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, and I didn't even mention the defense. Like, yeah, to your point, yeah, the front seven is supposed to be the best part of it. But then you look in the secondary. Okay, yeah, you got McDuffie, Trent McDuffie over there, who's a lockdown, great All Pro corner. But then outside of that, who do you got as your second and third cornerback? And I'll even challenge you on like both safeties being good. I think one of their safeties is good, but the other safety is just average in my opinion. So
Right,
now you got
right.
to deal with, that side of the football. So
Yeah, because you got
what
one safety that's iffy and one corner that's iffy. Then you got two strongs. You got a strong safety. Then you got a strong corner. Like
yep. Like you got
Yeah,
to me, you built. I mean, again, we got it. You got Karlosfis and Chris Jones on the line, but again, outside of that, you look like you got three premier guys on defense. Outside of that, we're looking at Spagnola and his schemes to really get Kansas City defense to be premier.
absolutely, absolutely.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see early too.
Facts, man. Facts, man. And we can get to the man Jackson Smith. I'm Jackson Dart right here, man. So Jackson Dart, of course, the Giants and Jets they played the other day. Bad. The showing for Justin Fields wasn't too much for real. He was 1 for 5, 4 yards and one drive. Then they had Adrian Martinez in for he went 12 for 21, 114 yards and one pick. And then Brady Cook, he was 6 for 11 and 74 yards and one tutty. And going to the Giants, Russell had a good ass throw where he had an 80-yard bomb in the game. It was a good ass throw. He was 4 for 7, 108 yards, but he did throw an interception in the game. And Tommy DeVito 3 for 4, 52 yards and one interception. And Jameis Winston 6 for 11, 110 yards and no tutties. And then Jackson Dart, man, looking very sharp, man. He looked sharp in his first appearance last week in the preseason, and he was sharp in this game. He was 14 for 16, 137 yards, one tutty. And I got a clip too from Jackson Dart. Let me pull it up real quick from Jackson because he cooked on it. Let me see it right
Very
here.
good so far.
That's the wrong one. Yeah.
Here, and they're here because.
Damn, that wasn't the wrong one. I didn't bring that clip. So matter of fact, I did not get that clip. That was the wrong one. So my bad. So it was a clip. So yeah, he led the Giant. He led the Giants to one touchdown, and one of the drives, and he was just sharp, and man, just getting the ball out fast, you know, taking his check downs and everything, man, and. I mean, he's looking better than some of these guys. Jameis Winston, I could say last week he didn't look bad, and he looked pretty decent in the game the other day as well. So I mean, with this quarterback race, it's getting a little interesting, man. I don't like we talked about the last week on the show that we didn't think it wasn't going to be any motion with Jackson Dart starting week one for the Giants in particular. It'll probably be like Russell or Jameis. But no, Jackson Dart, showing well, man, and like we mentioned, for us, if it is like a Jameis or Russell, starting, and them guys they end up jacking it up and stinking up the joint. Them Giants fans, man, they gonna get eager and be calling for Jackson Dart name.
Man, listen, I seen Jackson Dart yesterday for the first time outside of highlights. And I said to myself, last week I said Brian Dayball will be fired if he doesn't start Jackson Dart at some point of this season.
Absolutely.
I'm going to raise the bar. And I'm going to say Jackson Dart should start the fucking season.
Damn.
Here's why, right? Like Brian Dayball and the management, they actually drafted Jackson Dart. They went up, they traded for him, they made that move to go back in the first.
Thanks.
Second part, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be, they're either on their last year or second to last year in terms of contract with the Giants. And I'm very certain that it's their last year. So if it's your last year, you pick this guy, you got stunk for the last couple years. I think it's very fair to say, like very, very fair to say, at minimum, he looked as just as good as those other guys in the quarterback room.
Absolutely.
So for the sake of what I just mentioned and of the team, I think you owe it to that organization and yourself to try to save your job, to throw that young man out there game one. I get it. They got a
Yeah.
gauntlet everywhere. That's like I that argument, I really would argue that side over it to the moon because you want to say, okay, well, Instead of facing the Eagles, I'm trying to throw some the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Ravens. The first four games, our next three games, we can face the Patriots, the Jets, and the Dolphins. At the end of the day, man, all these teams are NFL teams. Like, do we not understand that? Like, just like I understand the Ravens are way superior than the Patriots. When it comes to playing NFL games, it ain't gonna be no easier playing the Ravens than the goddamn Patriots. Like, yeah,
Facts.
they gonna have more exotic blitzes and this and that. We get that part of it. I'm talking about man on man, NFL starting players playing against an offense. There's not going to be too much of a difference. Now, I get it. Again, you might want to have people to say, oh, well, if the Patriots were ranked 32nd in defense and the Ravens were ranked first, right? That's a different argument. Like, the Patriots aren't going to be ranked 32nd. I would have threw somebody else's name out there. So, like, my point is to that, like, you, regardless of who you going to throw them out there, it's going to be their first game and they're going to play against real NFL starters. It ain't going to be no backups, no preseason. So if he looks as good as what I can see from him, like you said, getting the ball out quick, making great decisions, check downs, all that good stuff,
Facts.
he's gonna go through his ups and downs. But it's only gonna. I wish we had the whole crew on here because this was an analogy that I thought of yesterday. Like we all play sports at some point in time.
Facts.
I'm gonna use myself in particular. When I was 11 and 12 years old, the guys from the block used to take me to go hoop. I did not play against 11 and 12 year olds. I played against 18, 19, 25, 30, 35 year olds, right? Like it was
Facts.
my first time playing. That's who I played against when they took me, outside the neighborhood. It
Facts.
wasn't my regular friends. It wasn't the guys that's 11 and 12-year-old from the other side of the city. It was grown men. It was 17, 16. You know what I mean? Like guys that were years older than me. So, like, I take that analogy to just throw it back to the NFL. Like, nah, man, throw those guys out there to see what they can do. They either
Yeah,
gonna sink or
man.
swim.
Shit, I agree with you. Even with like with that, I mean, they doing it with Cam Ward. So like they doing it with Cam Ward. I mean, shit, they about to do it with JJ McCarthy. He didn't play the whole year last year, and this gonna be he gonna be starting week one for the Vikings. So
Mhm.
they did it with Jaden Daniels last year. They did it. They didn't do it with Bo Nix to start, but Bo Nix, shit, he's the guy now. You know what I'm saying? He's their guy. So
Here's
I
my
mean, they're putting a lot of these other teams are putting their younger guys, out there for sure. So like I said with the Giants fans, if they start the season off like they, in week one playing Washington and they got Dallas to follow up, then Kansas City, and then they got the LA Chargers after that. If they start the season off shaky like on some 2-2, 1-3, 0-4 shit, they gonna be calling for fucking Jackson Dart to come in that motherfucker for sure.
this is my last
Immediately.
this is my last take, and then I'm getting out of here.
What do you
To
think?
me, I have not watched all of the NFL preseason games. Not
Right.
all of them, right? I've watched my fair share. He hands down in that one game I seen him because I didn't see him the first one. So I'm using the first game's highlights and just people's perspectives. And the second game that I seen, he's the best rookie in the preseason, hands down.
Facts. Absolutely.
Hands down. And that'll do it for me, brother. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
ahead
for
and
sure, man. Salute
get
to you,
ready.
bro. You already know, bro. We on next week. You already know the vibes.
All right, man. Just let me
You already
know.
know for sure, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, man. And I got one more topic I'm gonna run through right here. So of course tomorrow night you got the Bengals. They playing the Commanders tomorrow night, Monday night right here. And in the week one, the Bengals they play, they starters the first couple of drives. The starters, on offense, they look sharp. Of course, Joe and fucking Jamar Chase, they was on point like they was in midseason form and everything, and they've been looking good during training camp as well. And they're gonna play the starters similar to what they did last week, the first couple of drives. And it's gonna be interesting to see how the Bengals look tomorrow, man. My guys, man, tomorrow against the Commanders, man. Of course, the Commanders beat us in the regular season last year at home, man. So it's a preseason game. It ain't nothing too crazy, but a little competitive edge on that part. Just thinking about the game from last year, and it's gonna be lit, man. Definitely excited about this one, man, for sure, man. And that's it for the show. You already know, man. Appreciate everybody joining in the show today, man. This was a great one, man. Great dialogue on some NFL talk, man. For real, man. Salute to Jaxson Dart cooking up over there for the New York Giants, man. And it's games on right now. I've been watching the Ravens and Cowboys on right now. That game about to be over with, and I believe the Bills and Bears is about to be on 8 o'clock on Fox. So I'm gonna check that game out. And you already know we'll be back live with another show this week, man. And pay attention. I'm gonna be dropping a lot of NFL content throughout this week, man. It's gonna be, Bengals content with me and my brother TB and some other guys talking some Bengals ball. And we're gonna be talking about other shit too for us. The rest of the landscape of the NFL is too. So we're gonna be real heavy with the content with football on this channel, man. We versatile in the channel. It ain't only just boxing. We talk football, we talk basketball, we talk hip hop and entertainment and everything. So, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna see the channel a lot versatile with a lot of different content. And it's already football heavy as well. So, we'll be live this next Sunday, I believe, next Sunday again. With another NFL Sunday panel, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna cook up and continue and look out for the content during the week this week on the cook up for sure, man. And like and comment if you watch this show on the playback for sure, man. And subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed, man. Salute to everyone, man. Salute to my brother Thrill Hill. Salute to my brother Rob Elmore for the $10 banger in the cash app, my dog, man. And salute to my dog, Dr. Mark, as always. Salute to Bruce Gas in the building, man. And salute to my brother Ant McQueen in the building, too, as well, man, for sure, man. He said, Jaxson Dart, that's my quarterback. Hey, man. He gonna be the guy soon, bro, for sure, man. It's Jameis and Russell stinking up, dog, for sure, man. But salute to everybody, man. Enjoy y'all Sunday night, man. And we'll be back this next week with the NFL Sunday panel again, man. Salute. We out of here.